Hello, vintage button people or new people. Welcome. I am going to do some junk journaling. I do slow stitch too, and I craft sustainably as possible. So I'm also doing Junk Journal July, and we're on to day 30. I cannot believe things have gone so fast that we're on day 30. It's truly been an amazing experience, and I will do more reflecting tomorrow on day 31. So, interactive. Almost every single junk journal will have an element of interaction with it. So, for example, the preceding page, I pull that out, I can flip it, I can look at it, I can turn around, I can write on the back. There's some level of interaction going on with most of the pages. There's things to pull out, there's things to pull out, more things to pull out, things to look at, things to pull out, things to open. There's all kinds of things going on in this junk journal. So I thought, why don't we do something that looks complicated but's not? I bet it is. First of all, I've got a page of Be Happy Stationery. This is from the Herbology kit, and I want this sort of backgroundy that's, you know, it's got like writing and ink splotches on. I kind of just want that bit. We might end up with all of it, I don't know. But I'm going to glue on the back of it. Let me just move my journal out the way. You'll see what's going to happen soon-ish, I think. I'm going to glue these bits of napkin on the back of it, just to make a different... I could have printed it double-sided. I didn't, and frankly I don't want to put my computer back on. So this is what we're going to do. And actually, this is if you don't have printables, but you can get hold of some napkins, get hold of some paint, you know, like you can make your own backgrounds too. It's just really convenient to have a printable. I do think that once I've gone on to having a printer, which was this time last year. We've always had a printer in the house, but it just wasn't very good. But I treated myself when I got some tax back to an EcoTank printer, and I've not looked back really. So I'm going to stick down these random bits of tissue, and then I'm going to come back, and you'll see that I would have stuck them down, and I'll put the fan on and stuff like that, and it'll kind of get noisy, and then we'll start cutting bits out and getting the base ready. So this is sort of the base of the interaction element. I don't even have an example for you. I have made this before. I've made a version of this before, but it was quite some years ago. So I'm just sort of working it out now. Almost the middle bit doesn't matter. So we can take that out, because the middle bit's going to have something in it. Just be decorating around the sides. There we go. Right. I will see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So now we have a piece of paper that's got a printable on one side and napkins glued over on the other side. And we kind of want to make a rough square. It doesn't have to be an exact square, but, you know, a rough square. Should we turn it over that way? You know what, I might use my pinking shears. You could tear this, or you could just use pinking shears. I'm going to cut the edge off. Let me just do that. So it's roughly square. I'm not measuring, I'm not even cutting straight, because it really is not going to matter. Okay. It's not going to matter because we're going to crumple it up. When we did the momigami thing, this is dry momigami, I've decided, and I'm going to just keep crumpling it up and pulling it apart and crumpling it up because I want it to be really pliable for the next bit. Just got to be careful when you take it back apart so you don't tear it, because that would defeat the object. Crumple it again. We'll be adding some paint onto this as well. I kind of really want to smush it. Oh, the battery's going to turn out, so let's put some charge on. I do apologise. Shaking of camera. There we go. So now we've got this bit in the middle here. And crumpled. A bit more crumpled. Okay. Now then, this is the image. Now I can't fit all of it on, but again I think I'm going to use my pinking shears and I'm going to cut the baby out because the baby's the surprise in the middle. There's the baby. Okay, very cute. The baby is a surprise. So now we have our image. We want to make some intentional folds. There's no measuring because we're just doing it around the image. We're not going to glue that image down yet because we might want to go back in with some paint, I think. So we're just going to fold around the image as it's static. Now, I have made something similar, I think even in last Junk Journal July, but it was all measuring and folding, so it was a bit precise. This is not. This is like the opposite of that. So we've got our base that's sort of measured out, and now what we want to do is sort of stylistically arrange our paper around. So it's like that. We want some of the underneath paper showing. So there's going to be a lot of bulk. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Not at this point anyway. I'm going to get me PVA bottle. Have a roll. Flatten it down as much as possible. So be happy to be showing as well. Just like a little bundle. Okay. The idea is that you pull it apart and you get to the baby. So now we need to orientate it. Pull it apart, and we get to the baby. So we're going to pull it apart. It's like the baby's been hidden because having a nap, needs to be hidden away. We need some butterflies that are going to be like the means of pulling it apart. So napkin butterflies have been a mainstay. I'm going to cut these out. I won't bore you with the cutting out, and then I'll come back when they're all done. Okay, I'm back. So I've cut out 4 butterflies, and we have our baby. So should we make our baby's little sleeping place more special by putting some gold on? And then I will be pausing you again. I think the dryer noise is not appealing. Oop. I'm going to go around the outside with this as well. Kind of gild the edges. There we go. Like I said, I can't believe we're that close to the end. It's crazy. So I've got a few, I need to get them off another phone actually, because I film on a variety of old telephones. So I need to get some videos that I've pre-filmed, some like happy mail and stuff like that. Videos. There's a haul. There's definitely a haul because there's one scheduled. Charity shop haul and stuff like that. And then rethink, what is it I want to be doing? Okay. I do have some plans, but you just never know. Right, so we've got our baby. We're going to put some gold around the baby. This could be anything. This could be like a journaling spot, or you could put something really precious. It could be a photograph of you and, you know, family, or it could be a real baby's photograph. Precious memory. It does add bulk, but then I guess if you use, I've kind of like doubled up with the napkin. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera. I've doubled up, you know, with a napkin, but it doesn't have to be that way. Right, where does this go? Can I see? Is it there? Yes, I think it is. Right, let's glue the baby down. She said, unblock your glue, Lindsay. Oh, really? Not having fun with my glue. I have a glue pin. Oh, that's popped it. I felt it. Yay. I don't think I need to put the thing. I think it's already dry enough. So I'm just going to glue the baby down. Then fill the petals back in. Bye bye, baby. Arrange it so it's pleasing, but also covers up what's inside. And then I want the petals to sort of get a little bit flatter. And this crumpling up the paper really helps with manipulating this paper. Now, you would not be able to do this if you'd not done the scrunching up of the paper, because it changes the texture of the paper so much, makes it more malleable. So there you go. It doesn't have to be like a perfect shape, that's not the point. I put so much glue down on that baby, it came through. Okay, so now we want to arrange our butterflies in a way that I want one in the middle. We might only need 3. Or do we need an extra one? We might need an extra one. Let's see, what can we get that's different? Let's have this black one. And we might put the black one in the middle. He's coming out that way. It's cute. But no measuring. No difficult folds. We want an easy time, particularly at the end of a challenge. You don't want something difficult. Or you might do. You might be thinking, oh, I want to go out with a bang. I don't. My energy sort of wanes towards the end. That's why I generally don't. If I make a journal, I don't have this many pages in. But you'll get to know if you're like new in your junk journal journey. You'll get to know what your tolerances are and what your preferences are, because this is all about, it's all about you really, what you want to do. Pen. This is not my favourite pen. I don't know where I got it from. Oh, that's a paint company. Perhaps I got it from the works. I think that's probably where it was from. It's just not, like I said, it's just not my favourite. I think it's not my favourite gold. It's kind of like a green gold. But another green golds I like, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't have to know, do I? Right, so now we're gluing our butterflies down on the petally bits so that you can use the butterflies to pull on the little bundle and find out what's on the inside. So we can have them all doing slightly different things. Cool. Got strings. There we go. So today is Monday, and that I'm filming this. Obviously it's not going to go out on a Monday. And I've had a few days off. I'll be back at work tomorrow. But I didn't sleep that well. I feel quite tired actually. So, and we really didn't do anything because the weather was so bad. We had plans and notions, but it just rained all weekend. And my husband didn't have, like, he went away to Wales for a couple of days at the beginning of July. And so I didn't take time off then, I just sort of worked through. And then took time off now, really, on either end. I don't feel like I've wasted the time, but like I said, I just don't feel as well rested as one would hope. But that's alright. Sorry, I just knocked that camera again. I'm planning on doing tomorrow's video kind of after lunch. I will remove the camera. I've learned so much through Junk Journal July, and I'm still learning. And I'm kind of definitely in that phase when it comes to YouTube. I don't know what I don't know. Right, so we need our baby. Actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? The baby can be like that. We can fold that in. so it doesn't catch. Ah, look. Should we stick it down? Loads of glue. But it's quite a thirsty paper, this handmade paper. We can still do some more foots into all the bulk. All the bulk. Ah, but I like it. I like it. Let's put that back in there for my favourite things. Shall we interact? So we just can pull it apart. Oh no, the baby's upside down. That's why we check. Baby's not upside down now. Now, shall we pull it apart? There we go. Little baby. There we go. A little interactive baby. I quite like it as a frame like that, actually. It'll get very dusty. You have to blow it with a hairdryer to get dust off. But there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just remember to get the picture the right way up. You'll be fine. And you can just crumple it down differently every time, as long as it covers up the image. Doesn't really matter. So there we go. Interactive. That might be my shortest Junk Journal July video. There might be shorter ones. Discovering the pause button has definitely been a boon, I feel. Yeah. Alright then, everyone. I'm going to go and have some lunch, and then I'm going to make the final one and may even do a flip through. But you guys, I've still got 2 more days of Junk Journal July to enjoy. I do hope you are enjoying it. I would love to kind of know about what you're doing. Did you make a journal? Are you just looking through? Are you doing every day? You don't have to do every day. You can pick and choose what you do. It's entirely up to you. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. I really like that. I like that it's kind of like messy and organic. Different. There we go. See you next time. Bye bye.